Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to get moving and shape up. My name is Brock Armstrong, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. According to research, both men and women show decreased testosterone levels as they age. And in this podcast episode, we're going to look at some scientifically proven workout strategies that can help you increase this rather important hormone. According to the Harvard Medical School, more than a third of men over the age of 45 may have reduced levels of testosterone, and many women also show symptoms of testosterone deficiency, especially as they approach menopause. Aside from accepting your fate or popping a pill or rubbing a cream on or whatever, there are some workout strategies that you can use to help increase this important hormone. But before we get into those, what is testosterone exactly? Well, testosterone is a major sex steroid hormone that plays many roles for both men and women. It helps us increase lean muscle mass, maintain a healthy body composition, and maintain adequate bone density, among other things. Testosterone is found in humans and some animals, and in men, testosterone is produced in the testicles. Women make testosterone in their ovaries, albeit in smaller amounts. The brain and pituitary gland control the levels of testosterone that are produced by your body. Then, once it's produced, it moves through the blood to carry out many important tasks. The production of testosterone increases during puberty and then begins to drop off later in middle age. Now, beyond helping you have a nice body, testosterone is crucial to good health. Low levels of testosterone in both men and women can lead to a number of health conditions, including increased risk of depression, low sex drive, obesity, and osteoporosis. Men with low testosterone tend to have higher rates of heart disease, depression, and even dementia, and women with low testosterone can lose muscle mass more rapidly and gain weight more easily. There are entire industries that are built around supplements, pharmaceuticals, superfoods, light therapy, and other more dubious methods for increasing testosterone. But I propose, instead of spending a ton of money on the problem, let's look at 6 simple movement-based strategies for increasing testosterone without actually swallowing any questionable supplements. But before we get really specific and get into those 6 movement-based strategies, it's important to note that getting any type of exercise can increase testosterone. A 2016 paper from the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that, and I quote, "An increase in physical activity greatly affected the increased serum testosterone levels in overweight and obese men during lifestyle modifications." Now, they went on to report that getting exercise on a regular basis did more to increase testosterone levels than losing weight. And a 2012 paper showed that physically active men show better hormone values than sedentary men. So, before you get too carried away trying to craft the perfect testosterone-boosting exercise plan, just remember that simply getting regular exercise and movement into your day is one of the true keys to overall health and well-being. Now, with that said, let's look at how to increase testosterone with exercise, starting with testosterone-increasing workout number 1, HIIT, or high-intensity interval training. Multiple studies have shown that you can boost your testosterone levels by sprinting or performing high-intensity interval training. In one study, testosterone levels increased significantly for people who performed a series of very short, but very intense, 6-second sprints. Testosterone levels remained high even after those people had fully recovered from the sprint workout. And another study called Testosterone Responses to Intensive Interval versus Steady-State Endurance Exercise compared a 60-minute comfortably uncomfortable run to 45 minutes of alternating 90 seconds hard sprinting and 90 seconds of easy jogging, and found that the sprints boosted testosterone significantly more than the relatively easy jog did. So, How can you implement this strategy of sprinting to increase testosterone? Well, try performing several sprints on the treadmill after you've lifted weights at the gym, or just head out into the backyard or a park or your neighborhood and do a few sprint repeats. Now, if you're not a runner, you can do your sprints on a bicycle or an elliptical trainer or in the pool. Try to include 5 to 10 short sprints when you do your sprint workout, and sprint no longer than 90 seconds. Then get full recovery after each sprint. And do a sprint workout 2 to 3 times per week for optimal results. Now, testosterone increasing workout number 2 is to lift heavy stuff. Just like the high-intensity interval training tip, you are going to need to push yourself to get the benefits from this one. Full-body, heavy exercises like squats, deadlifts, and Olympic lifts are ideal, but they need to be done at 85 to 95% of your 1 rep max. So no matter who you are, that's going to feel pretty heavy. You need to do 2 or 3 full-body weightlifting workouts per week to get a good and long-lasting testosterone boost. But don't worry, in tip number 5, I will give you a sample workout. Now, if you're a beginner or you're new to weight training, don't let this concept of heavy lifting scare you. If you're worried about form or safety, you can simply do many of these exercises on weight training machines until you feel strong and skilled enough to perform them with free weight barbells, kettlebells, or the dumbbell versions. Now, testosterone increasing workout number 3 is to use longer rest periods. Scientists have studied the effects of very short rest periods on testosterone, and they found that longer rest periods, around 120 seconds, between your sets are better for building testosterone. But you can still build other hormones, such as growth hormone, with those shorter rest periods. Now, considering what we've just learned about lifting heavy weights, this makes sense. The shorter your recovery periods, the less weight you're going to be able to lift. However, it can seem like a waste of time to be sitting on your butt for 3 minutes between each exercise. So, if your goal for this particular workout is to boost testosterone, I recommend you maximize your time at the gym by doing alternate activities during these long rest periods, such as stretching, or better yet, exercises that don't stress the same muscles that you just worked. Now, for example, you could do 1 heavy set of bench press, then recover for 30 or 60 seconds, then do 1 heavy set of squats. Then go back and forth until all your sets are done in a superset fashion. You'll get twice as much done in half the time while still getting the testosterone boosting benefits of lifting heavy stuff and taking longer rest periods. Now, you can learn more about that in an article I wrote called Push-Pull Sets, and I'll put a link to that in the show notes over at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. Now, testosterone increasing workout number 4 is do forced reps. Now, to do a forced repetition, you perform a weightlifting exercise for as many reps as you can. Then, have a partner or a friendly gymberhood spotter assist you with completing a few additional repetitions, anywhere from 1 to 5 more. Research done in Finland shows that this type of forced rep sets generates more testosterone than simply doing as many reps as you can by yourself. Now, it is best to do forced repetitions with multi-joint, large range of motion movements. For example, you can do a warm-up set of barbell squats. Then, with a partner, personal trainer, or someone at the gym you ask to help you, choose a weight that allows you to do 5 to 6 repetitions on your own, but requires an assistant to get another 3 to 4 reps done after that for a total of 8 to 10 reps. Now, you can repeat this for anywhere from 2 to 6 sets. Now, while you don't need to perform forced reps for every workout or set you do, if you're trying to increase testosterone, it can be especially helpful to do your last set of any exercise as a forced rep set. And testosterone increasing workout number 5 is use your legs. In another study that investigated the hormonal response to weight training, participants were split into an arm-only training group and a leg plus arm training group. Testosterone increases were significantly higher in the group that added lower body training to their upper body training. Now, while it can be tempting to focus on exercises like bicep curls and bench press and to skip your leg day, you will get far better results in increasing lean muscle mass, energy, sex drive, and fat loss when you include multi-joint leg exercises such as lunges and squats into your regimen. So, okay, here's an example of a full body workout that you could do a few times per week to boost your testosterone. So first, start with a warm-up, then do 4 sets of 8 repetitions of bench press paired with 4 sets of 8 repetitions of squats. Then do 4 sets of 8 repetitions of deadlifts paired with 4 sets of 8 repetitions of pull-ups. Then do 8 sets of maximum 90-second sprints with a 90-second easy jog between them, and then finish with a good cool down. And finally, testosterone increasing workout number 6 is to avoid chronic cardio. Long endurance sports such as ultramarathon and distance cycling seem to lower testosterone, where weightlifting and weight training seem to increase testosterone. A 2003 study found that testosterone levels were significantly lower in cyclists than their age-matched weightlifters or even an untrained control group. This observation has led some researchers to conclude that low testosterone in endurance athletes is actually an adaptation that gives cyclists or distance runners a competitive advantage. After all, any extra muscle mass from testosterone would probably slow them down. So, if you're trying to boost your testosterone, avoid long jaunts on the treadmill and accept the fact that if you're going to run marathons or do an Ironman triathlon, you may have to settle for some slightly lower testosterone levels for the time being. And before we wrap up, here is a bonus testosterone increasing workout, and it is get some sleep. Losing sleep can drastically reduce testosterone levels, according to a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA. For the men in this study, the effects of sleep loss on testosterone levels were already significant after just 1 week of bad sleep. And when the participants slept for 5 hours per night, their testosterone levels decreased by 10 to 15%. They also reported that their mood and vigor levels declined through the study as their blood testosterone levels dropped. So, if you are incorporating these testosterone increasing workouts, don't forget to also get adequate sleep. Or you could be canceling out all that hard work you're doing at the gym. Now finally, if you're concerned about your testosterone levels, please get them checked by a physician. Even though there's no harm in doing any of these workouts that I've covered today, whether you have low testosterone or adequate testosterone, if you have symptoms of low or even very high testosterone, you may need more than a good workout to balance this problem. And in that case, consult your doctor and get to the bottom of the issue before it becomes a problem. Now that's it for this week, but don't forget to tune in next week when I'm going to look at an exercise craze called Body Groove, and it's a really fun one, so you're not going to want to miss that one. Now, Get Fit Guy is written and narrated and audio produced by me, Brock Armstrong, with support from all the team over at Quick and Dirty Tips, including Karen Hertzberg, Morgan Ratner, Michelle Margulis, Emily Miller, and Kathy Doyle. Now, if you've been enjoying this podcast for a while, I'd love it if you'd leave a review over at Apple Podcasts. The reviews over there are getting a little bit stale, so it'd be nice to have some new ones in there. So do me a favor, leave me a review. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and boost that testosterone.